Guess we gotta do the stupid show.
We are live. I can't see the chat or comments. I'm sure there's dozens. Did you retweet on the Blue Sky? Did you tell people? I know this was super last minute. Nobody is planned for this. We didn't give any sort of heads up. I put it up 30 minutes ago that we were going to do a podcast live for you. Hell, we couldn't even make sure that all of the hosts were here on time. How could we possibly expect that we would have an audience, if you will? But
If you will.
maybe if you could use your cell phone and hop on the internet real quick.
Oh, I thought you didn't like when I used my cell phone. You went on a rant last week about how shouldn't be using my cell phone.
You know what? I'm happy to just sit here and be quiet if you want to look at the cell phone and do what I asked you to do, please. Why can't you be a team player here?
I don't know. I don't know.
Just hit share or something. Hey, did you watch any sports this weekend?
I most certainly did watch some sports. By the way, the weekend's not over, buddy. It's the Saturday of this long weekend for me.
Oh, I forgot. I'm working on Monday.
Oh.
It's one of those holidays. It's like a dental holiday. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how they qualify, right? Like, how do we qualify what we're taking off for? But for sure, everybody's going to take off Memorial Day and July 4th, right? Those are big federal holidays. But what's the other one? To me, this is like President's Day. And it turns out to be a dental holiday where people who are in positions like you take off of work, but they know the dentist is going to be open. So
what a beautiful tribute to Martin Luther King.
President's Day, I feel, is like this.
Yeah, that's coming up in Feb, right?
Yeah, President's Day is like this. If do we take off for veterans? Veterans Day is like this.
I don't think I get Veterans Day off, but yeah, you might be right.
Columbus or whatever it is. There's one in October and November where it's the same thing. Like maybe 20% of dentists will close, but the other 80% are open because they know people who are working 9 to 5s get the federal holiday, and then they'll come in and do their cleaning.
If you use a holiday like this, a guaranteed holiday like this to go to the dentist, I think you're a psychopath. I just don't understand why anyone in the world would ever do that. I think that's a terrible idea. You're better off just mentally and spiritually calling in sick to work and going to the dentist and just taking the pay cut for that day than you are using a free day off to go to the dentist.
You know how, so obviously you and I will meet people where maybe they're doing better than us financially, or maybe
we've come across those people. Yeah.
Let's say if you and I are regular middle management employees at a company, maybe the higher up above us, and you can tell that they're not necessarily how do I want to say it? Like, they're not identifying with regular people, so to speak. You know what I mean? You can tell that they don't have access to like regular people's situations in their life. So that obviously has like a spectrum or like a tower, like a stratification. Do you ever just think when you make a comment like, hey, the idea that you would make a dental appointment on a day where you might have off like this means you're a psychopath, which I tend to agree with you. But do you ever think we just don't have the ability to relate to what a lot of just regular ass people are having to deal with? Like, they got to go do dental because like they can't just be like, on a Tuesday, I'm taking 2 to 3 hours off to drive to the dentist, get my cleaning, deal with all the issues, and then drive back to work. They got to squeeze it in on these stupid ass days. You ever think there's just a lot more of that going on out there that we don't have to deal with maybe anymore?
I would say for a lot of people that's true, but I think that you and I, having grown up the way that we grew up, and even in our adult years having experienced adulthood the way that I think both of us probably experienced adulthood, all three of us experience adulthood, I think we have a pretty good grasp on what it's like to have to put in the extra hours to make rent or to be able to. And I'm just saying, even when I was brokish, you know what I would do when I was really broke, which is what led me here today. That tooth does hurt, but I'll just chew on the other side for a while. I'm not giving up my Martin Luther King Day to go to the dentist.
Not my 3-day weekend.
No.
I got a kid going to get braces on Martin Luther King Day.
I told you it's a dentist holiday. I'm telling you, people are like, I don't have to work. What are we going to do? Go to our Martin Luther King party? Like, it's up there with President's Day. It's the same thing where people just are like, I'm going to get my errands done. I'm going to get my teeth clean. I'm going to take my kid to the orthodontist.
It's crazy. We take advantage of every forced holiday. We do not make a dentist appointments on the holiday.
Right, you weren't here, but before we started recording, Jace was saying he is having a Martin Luther King holiday. Jace, go down the menu.
I think James Earl Ray was a dentist, if I remember right, wasn't he?
Human dads.
Sir.
Human dads.
Don't lay out on me.
Human dads. Podcast. Get up off your ass. Human dads. Podcast. Human dads. Podcast. Human dads. Podcast. Human dads. Get up off your ass.
Tell your mom.
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 Tell your mom to listen. Tell your mom.
Tell your mom to
Tell
listen.
your mom to listen. Tell your mom to listen.
Get up off your ass for the Human Dads Podcast.
I'm looking it up on the line. I don't think he was a dentist.
Oh.
You're a jerk.
Just misspoke.
You're a real jerk. You know that? I want you to know that on January 18, 2026. The calendar has changed. You haven't. You're a jerk.
I'm not a history major. I'm a podcaster.
Didn't you do a history podcast before this?
Yeah, but that's not important.
Didn't you do something called a history podcast?
I've done a baseball podcast, and I don't know jack shit about baseball anymore. So
what was your friend's name that you did the non-history history podcast with? What was his name?
You did?
His name was Mike Luna. He's a really good podcaster. I miss hanging out with him. I don't know what he's doing these days.
Mike Luna. R.I.P.
No, he's alive.
R.I.P.
This is like your Australian upbringing. What history podcast?
This is just you forgetting and or not paying attention. I'm going to go with forgetting because typically you seem like you're involved when we're watching the show, when we're doing the show. But you do, once we stop recording that episode, wipe the mainframe and start all over again.
Look at his face.
The next episode.
Look at the Unabomber's face when you were just explaining that.
I don't believe you. I think y'all are gaslighting me, telling me I forgot shit we've never talked about. That's what I think.
Dude, we've talked about this like 10 times, especially early on. It's in the pantheon of Jace is like, hey, look, guys, on episode 20, I just want to say this is the longest I've ever done a podcast. Usually I stop believing in things and I
remember that conversation.
He said it like 20 times, and he's referring to his old history podcast and his old baseball podcast.
I knew about the baseball one. I'm sorry, Jace. I'm a bad friend.
No, it didn't even cross my mind. I mean, I wouldn't have remembered either. In fact, when he reminded me just now, I reminisced for a second, but what was that thing called? I can't remember. It was good though. It was fun.
Anybody else's dog shed more as they get older? Dude,
I think it's also just that time of year, bro.
I'm wearing my warmest get up, which is also the fabric that's the dog hair magnet, and this dude just had to come up and rub on me like a cat.
It's 20 out.
11-year-old.
Welcome into Human Dads, the podcast, episode 256. We are here on a fine January morning, gentlemen. Fine January morning.
Why
It's
are you
cold
slipping-
outside. It's so
Slipping
damn
into
cold.
Southern gentleman.
Plantation owner.
That's not a.
That's weird how easily he did that. Did you notice that, Rylan? How he
I
slipped
feel like
into
he
the
was like
plantation
an
owner?
old radio show host who was about to start going into like a live read the way they used to do them. You know?
They used to love talking about the weather. You know?
This fine
letting you know
January
they're letting
cold
you know it's
morning
current.
brought to you by Back Shots. Have you had
Keep it
any
current,
back
keep it
shots
local.
in your life lately?
Have
Do you have a headache? Back Shots will get you right.
I'm almost out of that gabapentin. Talking about back
Oh,
shots.
damn.
Gabapentin.
The
Do
ga-
you have back pain and or suffer from depression? Gabapentin. Are
It
you
does do it all.
bipolar?
I looked it up. I don't think it's depression. It's something else, though.
I think it is
Something
used
in
as an
that,
antidepressant, buddy.
Or an
universe.
anti-anxiety, maybe?
It's an
That's-
antidepressant. I think it qualifies all the way up there for the
I don't
bipolar
think
disease.
you're correct, Brad.
Look it up.
I am.
Oh,
Look,
You're
shit.
spell
acting
it out.
so sure.
Spell it out. Read it for me.
Oh,
Seizures, nerve pain, restless leg syndrome. Off-label uses. Off-label, which means bullshit. Fibromyalgia, anxiety, or pain after surgery, but they're not FDA approved. So you're just simply wrong.
I bet you could find off-label use for depression and bipolar. When I read it, my Google told it to me. I don't even know how to spell gabapentin. Remember I told you
Well,
it
then
was
stop trying to tell me what it's for when I've been taking it for 3 months. Can't even spell it.
did you get the foggy head with it, Rylan? Do you notice it's like a little harder for you to remember stuff?
I thought I told you guys this, but maybe it was just Brad. The first day that I took it not at night, I did for about 30 minutes, and then it felt like I
Yeah.
had a little bit of a gummy. And then
Yeah,
after that,
yeah.
I didn't notice anything. It was just that one little like 30 minutes to an hour. That was it.
It was-
No, it's been
I
good
was-
for my back though. It's just kept it looser. Yeah, some of the off-label summaries do say also
Depression.
bipolar, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen depression yet. Just bipolar and drug withdrawal. But yeah,
I looked at it for
didn't,
2 seconds. I told you this at the soup off.
Oh,
and-
that's when we had that conversation. My bad.
Yeah. This will happen
Sorry.
from time to time, either here or watching a video online or just anywhere. I don't know. But from time to time, and it's left me because I can clearly say it right now without it happening. But that time that Rylan was like, yeah, I had to go to the doctor and I got a gabapentin. Gabapentin stayed with me for like 3 weeks. Just
Earworm. It's
just-
a word.
just on repeat, just time after time after time after time. And eventually I was like, I gotta look at what is, I gotta get, maybe my brain just needs to know more. I don't know.
It's
But,
just
I
a
looked
word
it
that
up.
gets in your brain and won't let go. It's one of those, you know how you just catch a word and then you'll walk around for 2 weeks just saying the word to yourself?
It's the GABA.
It's one of
the
those.
GABA does
Yeah.
it.
Well, but it
Independent,
also
it's
just
both.
doesn't,
It
Both
is.
sections of the word are very satisfying.
it
Yeah.
also
got
just
GABA
doesn't
on the
make
front.
sense. I love the Take Your Shoes Off podcast by, I'm forgetting his name, Rick Glassman, comedian, really weird dude, but Take Your Shoes Off podcast, at least the clips.
Yeah, he's
I listen-
funny.
And
Jewish guy, right?
I believe so. And he has another comedian on as like a bit character, and he's doing an impression of Sebastian Maniscalco, and he's doing the apple martini bit, like a fruit on a drink, and the guy is like doing a fake Sebastian while also carrying a very believable and whatever. He's got a Spanish accent, right? And he's like speaking in broken English with a Spanish
What does
accent.
What does it sound like?
And he said, question, very good question for me. And like the way he says it just stays with me. I don't, that's a huge, I don't know. It's stuck in my head right now.
That podcast is really, speaking of good podcasts to listen to and to watch, that show is hilarious. And that guy is super funny to me.
Yeah.
His
you guys,
Paul Rudd clips
Who's-
are going around right now. And it is, Paul
So
Rudd will
good.
commit to a bit, dude. Paul Rudd.
One of the best in the world, as far as
I-
I'm concerned. Most underrated out there.
Yeah, I was about
Paul
to say
Rudd.
he might be underrated with this
Yeah.
last just for a stupid podcast. The lengths he has shown himself willing to go to.
Yeah, well, the Conan bit is one of the greatest bits in late
Conan
night
bit.
comedy.
What if
that
I
has
told
ever
you?
existed.
What if I told you though, Jace? His commitment to the bit for Conan. Don't worry, he's got 10x commitment to the bit in the bag for this podcast.
What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a comedy thing, dude.
Just look up,
It's just-
go to YouTube and look up "Take Off Your Shoes" podcast. Go to
Why?
YouTube.
Do you guys just go to YouTube and start searching?
Sometimes
Like, I don't watch videos on YouTube. I'm 40.
I let the algo do it.
Hey, we're
Oh.
on YouTube. You realize it's a good thing for like that to be a way to live in the world. So
It's
like,
a live stream.
yeah, but our episodes now go live on YouTube and
Good.
from the
You're
stream.
missing out. You're
Yeah, I
missing
think-
out on YouTube.
I think your life could be richer.
It
This
could.
dog is just like he's not gonna rest until he gets
We got to
hair
get you to
all
be a
over.
different kind of correspondent today. We got to get
Hey.
you to.
I'm waiting for y'all to talk about something.
Dog
Some
hair.
shit I've never seen.
Dog hair
Pharmaceuticals.
correspondent.
Hey, this and his breath smells like the
Okay, dude, we
bait,
get
the,
it. You
the
got an
thing in
old
front of the
dog.
bait shop, the old freezer out in front of the bait shop. That's what his breath
Yes.
smells like. man.
That one girl you told us about from Hamilton, Wendy.
Oh,
we get it.
no, God.
Yeah.
Did
Jace,
I
how are
actually tell
you?
you all a story about a girl named Wendy from Hamilton? Because there is a story.
Good
Oh
Lord.
God! Did you make that up, or did I tell you?
Isn't
Brad,
that the
level
most
with me.
genius?
Did I for-
Isn't that the most genius comedy? Is that it is spot on and it predicts the future and like
So you're
I don't
saying
know.
I didn't tell a story because I wouldn't have used her name. Okay,
Uh-oh.
moving on.
we'll leave it there.
Shit. She probably doesn't even have internet. It's fine.
Jace, how are you?
I'm good. You were starting to ask me about sports, and then we diverted very,
Well, let's
very
check in.
abruptly.
You tell me how you're doing, Rylan will tell you, and then we'll bring it back to our first topic.
Yeah, I'm fine. I told you before the show started that I once again had dental, and my mouth is. I've decided that like dental pain is the most unbearable type of pain because it just feels like you have no control over it. Like you can't do anything. You can't just like massage it out or stretch it or adjust the way that your mouth. There's just nothing you can do, and it's that deep achy. Brad, don't do it. It's Sunday.
I was just going to ask you.
I think there's like something in your brain also like subconsciously that the closer the pain is to your head, the
Mhm.
more it like affects your thought process. Like if your knee hurts really badly, yes, your knee hurts really badly and maybe you can't even walk, but you feel like you can think through it. If something
Yeah.
hurts close to your head, it affects your ability to think.
You're right.
I was going to ask, did you have a hard time explaining to the dentist the bruise on your soft palate?
See, there he goes. It's not 9. It's not even 11 o'clock Eastern yet. And he's talking about.
When did that become the demarcation line?
See, I could tell by the look on his face when I powered through him trying to talk because he was about to come with a joke that nobody was going to
Gross.
laugh at.
Hey, Cortland. Cortland, if you're out there. 1845-ish on Sunday the 18th, if you want to look at.
If you
Dental
want,
also hurts worse because nobody pays for it. You have to. Dental insurance barely pays for anything, so you have
Dude.
to. This gets back
It's-
to my rant from a few weeks ago about I'm happy New Year and I'm glad to be here for all the insurance companies to make money off of. I think the MLK braces trip is part of what got me riled up for that.
There are two things, just really quick, that I feel that somehow society has not managed to fix. Like we haven't shamed people enough, or we haven't created some alternate. Like the fact that these two things exist, I cannot believe in 2026. One is that dental insurance only covers like a very, very small amount of what a lot of people need during a year, and so the only option is just to say, "Oh, sorry, I'm not going to do it." I'm just going to let these things go horribly wrong, and I'm just not going to do it because I can't pay for it. So that's one in America. I'm talking about in America, by the way.
Oh,
The
yeah,
other one-
obviously. Yeah.
The other one is the like pet situation. The fact that you go to your pet gets sick or has an emergency, and you go to the emergency vet, and they're like, it's going to be $25,000 or your dog's dead. Like that. Those are the only two options that they just will not fix your dog. I can't believe that happens.
I don't disagree with you, but I think you are somebody who, and I think it's insane that it exists, but I think you are somebody that should sign up for the pet insurance.
I know.
You-
It's
you
too
really
late
are.
now.
I know, but even now, I think the sunken cost, like you need to keep sinking more costs at $100 a month so you don't
No.
hit another $10,000 number, because when you get that $10,000 number, you're going to be like, I can't put 30 grand into this dog.
Then that we've already decided there was a point of his life where we're like, all right, if you get to that point from now on, it's unfortunately the next one is the last one,
But I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but I feel like pet insurance actually functions the way insurance used to function, which is it's for really expensive stuff. Or does it also cover? Because I think the whole problem with what you were talking about started when insurance started covering every little thing, which meant the price of everything went up because there's way more profit to be extracted from office visits going to the doctor than from covering catastrophic medical events. And I think that also coincided with insurance companies being deregulated to be able to be for profit instead of nonprofit, probably like 50 years ago or so. So I don't know
Yeah.
anything I'm talking about, but I think all those things kind of all happened at the same time or over the same period of time.
The chat makes a good point. I do think dental insurance should just be regular. Like, how's that not considered part of health?
Exactly. Courtney I think I told you, Brad, Courtney had something with one of her teeth that was so bad it was starting to like injure
Mess
whatever's
your
the right
sinus
word.
or your ears up.
Hurt
or whatever.
her jawbone. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it was gonna weaken her jawbone, and it was screwing up. She was having chronic sinus infections, and we're like, how is this not health insurance?
Yeah.
Sorry that between me and my employer, we're paying you guys $40,000 a year. You can't pay for a root canal. Suck one. Like fuck. That's. So,
I got out of
Luigi
I'm
did what he did. Who am I to judge?
Oh, moment of silence.
for Luigi.
His freedom.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, I'm a big Luigi guy. What are you trying to cast aspersions on me?
I'm a big Luigi guy. It's not something I expected to hear this morning from you.
I'm your incredulity at my statement is not something I expected to hear from you this morning. The other day, I did one of them just regular life events. You know, I was getting out of my car. I think I've gotten to the age, we're all at the age, right? Where we have the oh no moments. And it's not related to bathroom yet. Okay? Not yet. Did return to the scene of the open door bathroom crime.
Did you just walk in with your
Oh,
dong
no.
flopped out?
They were
through
like,
your
why
ply?
did he? I heard them audibly say, why did he just slam that door? And I was making sure. Okay.
They've already seen it. Let them see it again, dude. Who
It's a good
cares?
point. It's a good point. I was getting out of the car the other day, both feet on the ground, stood up outside the threshold of the roof of the car. And do you get the spasms where you feel like they have like the initial like twinge, like the initial where you're like, oh no, this could be a tremor or this could be a full-blown earthquake.
Yeah.
And I got the twinge, and for me, the way they work is the initial twinge will be about 10 seconds. And if it's just a tremor, we're done at 10 seconds, right? But if it starts going past that 10 seconds, you're like, oh no, we gotta. And that's exactly what I did. I hit my second foot on the ground. I just stood up. I didn't hit anything. There was no impact. I didn't stretch any weird way. I just got out of the car the way you get out of a car.
This is me, literally me describing every injury I've had to every doctor I've talked to in the last 15 years. What were you doing? Just being normal. I woke up.
It
The
is,
last one I remember like this is I was making a sandwich.
Yeah. It is the most relatable dad thing that you could have ever. This literally yesterday happened to me. Mine was. I laughed when it happened. I'm just walking from the office to my room, and my knee like buckles, like my leg just buckles. And like,
You look like someone shot you.
yeah,
call it-
just for
I
a
call it-
second.
I call it soft knee. You got a little soft knee. It just like it's you got hard structure in there, and you tap on it, you can knock on it and hear like wood. But for whatever reason, like every I don't know 3 months, you'll just get soft knee for a second, where it all turns into Gumby material.
Just, and then you get full leg wobble. You get like, and you're just like, why, dude? What? Why then? Why?
I stood up out of the car and I could hear it go, and like in my head go, oh no, we got one. Oh no, oh, it's still going. Oh no, this is gonna be a real one. And then 90 seconds later, can't look to the right. Just it shoots from my neck all the way down into my upper right shoulder. Now I'm doing the stuck stiff neck thing where somebody's asking me a question and I got to make the full body turn to like my eyes can't get there, my neck, I don't have owl neck anymore. And I just thought, like, when did this happen? When did I start getting the oh no alarm system where I'm sitting here waiting to see if it's just going to be the 10-second one or the in 90 seconds I'm going to lose function of a body part? What the fuck, man? And I didn't even do anything. And so for 48 hours, I'm just feeling this thing work its way down my neck into my shoulder. And then I don't know what happens. It just magically disappears. It just goes away. Why? Why did I need to experience that for 2 days? Why?
This is your body failing you, man. This is how it goes. This is what happens when you get older. Your body eventually just, starts going, all right, we're going to head downhill.
Our life expectancy outran, and I guess general health to a degree, outran, not that any of us are pictures of health, but outran evolution. Your body's not made to last this long.
He's right.
I saw a funny Neil deGrasse Tyson clip the other day because he'll do a podcast on your ass.
You sure will.
And he
I
said,
do know who he is.
Yeah, he said he made the funny joke just to piggyback Ryland's comment there. We used to live to like 35 years and then we die because something would happen and we didn't have any solves for it. And then like you get all the way to the 1800s and that 35 years went from like 35 to like 40 years on average, right? And the joke was, what they were doing during that whole time? He said they were drinking all the water from all the streams and all the natural water. It wasn't filtered, didn't have fluoride or anything in it.
No plastics.
They were eating organic and they were
Yeah.
eating
Seed oils.
Yeah, they were eating
Yeah.
farm to table. They were eating
Yeah.
organic, but somehow they could only get to 35 years. And his point was like, hey, y'all are crazy with all this eat organic and go extreme and everything.
Don't take
Like,
your vaccines.
yeah, we're against all this stuff because it's science. It's science is why you live to like 70 and 80 years old now. Science is like how we can solve the pain for our neck, shoulder stiff when we just get out of a car. So you're right. We have outpaced our evolution somehow, which I guess
The
is
physical container can survive, but you've got to thread a needle to feel good. Right?
Yeah, and the brain has filled the gaps, right? Your brain has figured out ways to extend the body's life.
well, when your needs get met outside of just survival, you can use your
Yeah.
brain for other things when you're not worried about a roof over your head and predators.
Yeah, like
Um,
pornography. I'm doing well. Rylan, how are you doing?
Oh man. We had a friend's birthday party Friday night.
Oh.
Little acoustic jams, outdoor acoustic jam sesh with the dad band. My hands were so
Ooh.
cold I could barely play the guitar.
What were you
Yesterday,
playing?
just whatever came to mind. I don't make decisions on what to play. I just stand in the back and look at the chords or noodle along. I don't like to make this. It's one hobby in my whole life where I don't have to make decisions. Actually, two. that band in this podcast. So I want to give a shout out to Tom, the band boss, and Brad, the podcast boss. Thank y'all both for giving me a hobby that I don't have to run. Yesterday, all day at a volleyball tournament. Well, not all day, but almost all day. And a lot of time spent at the grocery store. More on that later. Today, I'm going to take the kids to go record shopping, watch a little football. And tomorrow, I'm going to make clam chowder.
Oh, hell yeah.
Look at
Oh,
you.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
You like apples? How you like them apples?
Pretty good
Oh,
little
gosh.
weekend. And some
I
good
got a
hot tub
number.
time last night because it was, what was it last night? Like by 10-ish o'clock. It was probably
30?
high 20s, 28,
Yeah.
29, 30.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect hot tub. Perfect hot tub time.
That's how you get it
I like it
bud.
cold. I like it cold.
Oh
What?
no, I'm with you. I'm with you, Rye.
That's
Dude,
how you
I wanna-
get it cold.
That's not how cold's a virus. Did you just not lecture us on science? You think you're going to get a virus because you went outside?
Can
They
I
don't call it
explain
a
to you how-
cold because it transmits from cold, Granny.
Yeah, they do. They're figuring out that actually the science, per a new study, I think out of the Netherlands, what happens when you subject your nasal area to below 40 degrees for a sustained amount of time is it kills a lot of the stuff in there that fights the stuff that you would come in contact. And so that's how you get the cold, is the sustained temperature outside killing.
So how do all the people
the
in
stuff you
Sweden not
need.
all have a cold all the time?
They cover their face to keep
still
the
a
temperature
virus.
in.
You got to come in contact with someone with the virus.
I don't know if that's how it works. Your hot tub might be carrying virus. The viral load in there, I'm telling you, is not zero.
Oh, there's some load in there for
Yeah,
sure. But I'm not sure if it's it ain't a viral one, brother. It ain't a viral one, you know.
No, it's perfect hot tub time. You need to take
Hey, how
some
you doing,
immune
man?
boosters, Brad. It's perfect hot
Speaking
tub.
of the hot tub,
Did you get any ass?
Yeah. Did you?
Did you get any ass?
Hate to get a piece of puss. Hate to get a piece of puss. Hate to get a piece of puss. Hate to get a piece of puss.
From time to time, yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Puss. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Puss. Hell yeah. Puss.
We're gonna have to clear the decks and start over. You just
It's a valid question and the world wants to know the answer. I don't approve of that beat. I don't approve of my behavior. Also, that's fully AI. I did not say any of that stuff, and none of that is me. So
I'm telling you, it's called Piece of Puss. That's the name of the beat. You bring up the hot tub, that beat's coming out. Okay. Shout out to Fort Dad Cortland. Y'all know what the train whistle means?
My shopping for clam chowder brought out some grocery store notes, though, for
Oh,
if you guys are ready for them.
We'll get to that in a moment. We're halfway. I feel like giving them 3 hours today. I don't know about you guys, but that's
No,
what
I don't.
feel like.
I don't feel like that at all.
Oh, I'm gonna.
I don't want to now be able to visualize that. That's too much information. I can never look at you the same way.
Imagine that's how it was.
None of our
How are you,
friends should
Brad?
ever.
Are
We
you
shouldn't see
okay?
that.
Are you okay? You don't. You're gonna have to put something in front of your face. I don't like how that looks. Like it just
Put that pillowcase on your face.
every time it scares me. I'm just.
It's scary.
I always think this is the time. Like I'm not gonna know the difference. Like it's gonna be really bad. And
You don't need to know. You don't need to know.
Yeah, like you don't want to think about that.
Okay, I'm good,
no.
man. Told you
Even
the
more.
neck thing with the.
Yeah,
When
you
that
already told us how
happened-
you work. Yeah, move on with the podcast. What's the next
Speaking
topic?
of health,
Sorry,
We
I just
don't-
trying to check in on my friend.
I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm good. I'm sure I could come up. I feel like we had a week, one of them weeks where it's just like, well, we got something today.
Tell you what.
We left the podcast last Sunday, and my goal was to take Christmas down. If I were to, I don't want to mess up my setup, but if I were to show y'all what's behind me, it's literally the whole house worth of Christmas decorations just vomited into this room in a pile and a blob behind me. Because I went to my storage unit, Jason. I went to my goddamn storage unit for my Christmas sundries and supplies, and the enshittification of the world has not relented. What is this where service can just not be provided? I went to the fucking storage unit and I said, bitch.
Jesus. Now he's become like
wrong.
Yeah, that's problem number one.
Do you remember? And I said, bitch, Jace? I know Ryland doesn't.
Yes.
Go to YouTube and look up I
idea.
Said Bitch. It's so good.
Oh, a meme on YouTube. God damn.
That's where you're going to be able to find it.
With a bunch of ninth graders.
No, this might have gone all the way back to like original YouTube days, Ryland. Maybe even like Vine.
We weren't in ninth grade then. We were 26.
Yeah.
It's really quick. If I don't say this now, I'm never going to be able to say it. The funny, I had a moment where I discovered a meme that was like 10 years old, but it's a guy. You're not going to find this funny. I'm going to say it. You're not going to find this funny. And there's these two stoners having like Chinese takeout. And one of them looks over to the other. This is like a real video. He looks over to the other one and goes, "You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?" And speaking of like your worst that I can't get over, I can't get over the idea of a shrimp frying rice. Like that they labeled a dish based on who fried it up. That it was the shrimp.
So good.
Oh.
So I went to my storage unit last week, and it just made me think, like, the way business works is you open a business and you say, here's the service we provide, and people come pay you for it. And then when things go wrong, there should be some sort of recompense or like a path to like rectify things. I get Christmas all like in my mind. I'm ready. Like, I'm taking down Christmas. Y'all know we decorate huge over here. I know it's an extremely ridiculous, affluent thing to be like, you got a storage unit mainly for your Christmas decorations, but it is what it is. You spend your life doing your things. I spend my life doing my things. Okay. Judge me. I'm fine with that. I'll wear it. I love it. It's my favorite time of year. Wife makes house look beautiful, but I want to get it all down and I'm going to take it over to the storage unit, and I go over there and there's a dude standing at the door. Always kind of a weird situation, because if for some reason they forgot their code or they can't get in, I don't want to be the guy that like punches in the code and is like, here, bud, let me open the door after you. Cause everything's locked in there. Presumably there's valuables for other people. We're supposed to have some sort of locked door integrity, but the dude's standing there. He's right in front of the keypad, kind of looks at me and he's like, it's not working. I said, okay. I have had an experience where the keypad's not working, but I have it on my cell phone where I can get the lock to engage. So I try that, not working. It's Sunday, go over to the office, nobody there. There's a number you can call. Just explain to me how a business can work like a storage unit where they're just like, hey, today it just ain't working. You can't get access to your stuff.
Yeah, sorry.
There's nobody to call. There's nothing to
now.
do. There's no actual person you can speak with. There's just literally nothing that can be done. And that's just a business that's just like, this is how we do business. You're just...
What was on the other end of the number when you called it?
A tree. Just a tree with options.
You never actually reach a if you need to escalate to a human, press
when
whatever.
You say I would like to talk to a human, it says okay, transferring you to your store manager right now, and the phone doesn't actually go to like a mail or an answering service or anything. It just keeps ringing. So either one,
the room you're looking into through the window that is
possibly
empty, probably.
We're all three at a point in our careers and or place of business where we have to do after hours work, which might require taking a phone call from somebody either in distress or somebody telling us that we need to do something while the business is quote unquote closed, right? We're all familiar with the concept.
Yeah. Never closes. Been my whole adult life.
it's insane to me that the storage unit doesn't have somebody on call. Are you kidding? One like I was going on a holiday or something. There's just a regular ass Sunday. You know?
Which is probably a high traffic day for storage units. I'm sure they get way more people in and out on the weekend.
At least
Hey, they don't show up. That should be Monday.
at least 6 people that I saw, because of course, what do? You go home, you're like, all right, I'll just come back up here. Went back up there. You think it got fixed? No, it did not. No, it did not. So I wanted to talk about, we sometimes talk about sports. We're not necessarily a sports podcast. I think it's the probably lowest kind of sports hard on we've had for the local teams for sure. Definitely not going to be watching the Cowboys play this time of year. We all know that.
I wonder what happened.
Yeah. But I did catch myself watching some NFL football this weekend. Watched a hell of a game. It kind of turned into a ref show in overtime, but I just wanted to talk about the insanity that was the end of the Broncos / Buffalo Bills game, and then the actual end, like the game's over. You're telling
that's
me
one of the wildest things. I mean the storylines that came out of that are insane.
So one, Josh Allen loses, and that's insane. I mean, Denver's good, so it's not like unbelievable, but like you just thought Josh Allen, this is his year. He's got to go through.
But they have a year. Denver is good, but they have a year 2 quarterback who is not
Yeah.
that highly touted.
This is what
But
I'm
he's
saying.
been incredible. Yeah, but he's been incredible.
Yeah. This is in theory, like a beatable, like you don't have Patrick. Let's just say this at the start of the season, Josh Allen is going into the playoffs without Lamar Jackson and without Patrick Mahomes. So you're like, oh, okay, it's Josh Allen's year, right? And then he proceeds to kind of have maybe not the best game ever. And really, I know everybody's crying and being like, oh, Josh Allen's really taking this one on the chin, and he's crying, and his offensive linemen are being read his quotes, and then they're crying because everybody just feels so bad for the Josh Allen. And I'm not here to say that I don't. He's at that point in his career where it's you're the best in the game. You're the quarterback. If you don't win the quote unquote big ones, it starts to turn into clock's ticking. Can you win the big ones? All that shit. We've seen it 1,000 times, right?
Somebody on Twitter said he's in the 29-year-old Dirk phase now.
Yeah.
After this.
Yeah. He's in the 29-year-old Peyton Manning. He's in the 29-year-old the people that don't ever actually get one. He's in the 29-year-old Tony Romo phase. He's in the 29-year-old Dak Prescott phase. Like there's a ton of 29-year-olds that turn out to be the best in their game and just never get over that. Or maybe they do the next year. It is what it is. He's at the point now where even my 9-year-old is going in and having generic sports talk with his barber saying, I think it's Josh Allen's year. He's getting up there a little bit. And like my 9-year-old knows the vibes. Okay. So they lose in overtime. It seems like for an overtime game, there was nothing notable.
Well, the last play was pretty notable.
What, the pass interference?
Yeah, I mean that was
But
controversial.
A little controversial.
It didn't look controversial to me, but I wasn't watching it intently. I was hanging out with the fam and watching it through the window. I had it on the TV out here.
He clearly puts his hands full force on the guy's upper body before the ball is there. I don't know what else.
Yeah, I think it was.
He literally jumped up and wrapped him up from behind.
Yeah.
It was pass interference, but it was pass interference. But
the point is that other people were saying is that they let them play kind of the whole game.
Yeah.
There were a number of questionable non-calls, and so they let those go the whole game, and then you make that call in overtime.
In the last play, basically give them the game, yeah.
And basically gives them the game, but yeah, to me, that was a run-of-the-mill kind of NFL call where half people are going to be like, what the fuck? And the other people are going to be like, what the fuck? What do you mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it looked clear to me, but also PI hunting is a real thing. And there's the argument.
Oh, they were clearly taking a chance.
And then.
That was the goal.
Yeah, and that's my point, is every now and then people will talk about maybe we need to change the penalty to not be the spot of the foul there, which I don't like the way college does almost anything, but maybe something like what they do is better. I don't know. But let's wait until after the Cowboys don't have George Pickens before we change that rule.
Change that rule.
'Cause
So
he's good at it.
So it doesn't seem particularly notable on that play other than the actual call. Then they do the let's set the like Bo Nix continues to be the quarterback. And they
I discovered Bo Nix was white yesterday, by the way.
okay.
I don't
So then
follow college.
They do the let's do the kneel down so we can set the ball in the middle of the field so the kicker can get the kick right in the middle of the uprights.
So
Okay.
crazy.
Nothing notable. They line up the field goal unit. Nothing notable. They call the timeout, line up the field goal unit again. He goes through, kicks the ball. The Denver Broncos are headed to the AFC title game. Okay. Immediately after the game, old Shefty Chef reports Bo Nix fractured his ankle, is done for the season. I'm like, Chef got hacked. What the fuck? 5 minutes later, I'm watching Sean Payton in his press conference says, hey, I'm just going to come out and say it. Bo Nix fractured his ankle, got surgery scheduled for Tuesday. Because of that, he won't be playing any more football this season. What the fuck?
It's so weird, man. Nothing like this has ever happened that I
The
can remember.
kid went through the uprights. 45 minutes later, we're being told the dude has surgery scheduled Tuesday.
Well, he did a post game interview. Like after the kid goes through, he's talking with Michelle Tafoya or whoever it is. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand how this happened or when this happened.
They said second
Have
to
they
last
even-
play.
Have they shown the play? Have you seen the play?
I did not go and see the play. I was just going and immediately looking to make sure I didn't get Sean Payton AI'd. And
It's very weird. There's
was
more to
clearly
it. It's
there.
just maybe even Big Milk is involved somehow because next thing you know, we're going to get commercials from Bo Nix about how you need more calcium to keep your bones strong. I feel like there's some greater force at play.
this is the Magic Johnson fake AIDS thing in your
It
mind?
might be. It might be. On the podcast.
You know Jarrett
Wait,
Stidham's from Stephenville,
audio.
right?
He's their backup.
I did not
Yeah.
know. He called him, what did he call him? Steady? Something like that. He said, Steady's ready to
Steady.
go.
He hasn't played. I know a little bit about the guy because ostensibly, from what I can glean from my Facebook feed, he in high school was kind of quasi taken in by a girl I went to high school with and her husband.
Wendy?
Wendy, yeah. Old
No,
Oyster
don't bring that
Wendy.
back. And because they were with him all the time in high school, and then with him, they would go to all his games at Auburn. Like, I don't know if I honestly don't know, but it appeared to me like maybe there was like a shaky
What's his
home
name?
situation. And Jarrett Stidham.
Okay, you don't know Bo Nix, but you know Jarrett Stidham.
Yeah,
He's
that's a
from
weird thing,
Stephenville
Rylan.
and was quasi adopted, from what I could tell on Facebook, by some people I know. So yes, I know who he is, and I don't
Fair
follow
enough.
college football, so I don't know who Bo Nix is. Or I
I
knew
mean-
him when he went in the NFL draft, but I'm not enough of a draft nerd. Bo Nix sounds like a black guy. Okay.
Oh, I think he sounds.
And they're over there in Denver scoring a bunch of points. I'm just assuming he was a black dude. And then yesterday I saw a picture of him and Stidham on Twitter together at Auburn, and I was like, oh, he's a white boy.
To me, Bo Nix sounds like the epitome of like SEC haircut.
No, because it's
SEC.
B-O. No, because it's B-O, not B-E-A-U. If it's
Nah,
B-E-A-U, it's SEC haircut. Because it's
Yeah, you
short
got
for
Bo
Beauregard.
Jackson, Bo Diddley.
Yeah, B-O is
Did you just name
African
two
American.
60-year-olds or two very old? Y'all didn't
They're
know
the
any
only
Bo's
Bo-
growing up?
those are the only bows that are relevant to my life. Hell no, I didn't know any bows growing up.
I knew,
If I
like,
did,
3
I
or
would
4
think Bo
Bo's
was white
growing up.
because I only knew white people growing up.
One of the more insane sports stories I've ever seen in my 40. How old am I?
What?
45?
I'm
How
45.
How old the Miami is what you
How old
my-
am 45 years of covering sports for computers.
what? Do you guys want to talk about something else? Do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I do.
Do you want to talk
But
about
if-
Disney? Because I did
Yeah.
my research.
Yeah, but hold on, real
Oh,
quick.
Disney
Hold
deaths.
on. We need to talk about this next week. Why they got all these people dying, Jace? Right, Disney World has had like 6 people die on the premises in like the last 3 months.
I sometimes get Disney content in my scrolls.
God,
Oh,
Rylan!
this.
When I do decide to blow my brains out, I'm going to do it at Disney. Shout out Disney. We love Disney. I think Disney's doing quite well in this economy.
There's 6 deaths on Disney World property in the last like 3 months.
Oh, yes!
Disney content. Disney content. Content.
Hey, as our Disney correspondent, can you do some research on each incident?
I got
Can
you.
you do it?
Yeah. Stop being gay.
What?
That's a
Did
great.
I misspeak? Did I misspeak when I was trying to say Disney content and say Disney content?
You
Yeah.
sure did.
You sure did, and then you powered right through it like you can't even hear yourself talk.
Because I'm a professional broadcaster like you guys. I have to
Ah.
sit in front of the public and talk into a microphone in a responsible way twice a month. And it shows when we wake up on Sundays. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the power through guy. There's a reason for that. If I'm
Shout
in
out
town hall
to-
and I accidentally say cunt content, I got to keep going.
Shout out to fourth dad of the show, Cortland, for the Disney Dads beat. And from now on, when we mention the Disney, we will be playing said beat.
Don't do that.
Headed me.
Let me tell you about the 6 deaths. Brad was right. For the record, which is rare. There have been 6 deaths at Disney in the past 3 months. Which
All at the same place or across the different parks?
So one,
all
hold on, real quick. I think we should qualify it because it covers like the span of like a small city. So if we were to look at like population and area, right? It wouldn't be that uncommon if this wasn't like an amusement park called Disney World. It was just like Smith, Florida had 6 deaths in the last 3 months.
yeah, I don't know.
You have to factor in what people are doing, though, because in a city, people are doing everything people do all the time. At
Right.
Disney, they're doing Disney stuff.
Sure.
Including just barely existing in a city, right? Like if you're at the end of your rope, you got to be somewhere. So
Yeah, there's not like an Alzheimer's home on Disney World
yeah, exactly.
property.
This
But
is
maybe
Disney
there
World
should
to
be.
answer
Maybe
your
that would
question.
make the people happy. Maybe we need to
Yeah,
do that.
a memory home.
Can I get a
Inside
character
Disney
breakfast
World.
for Purvis today? Can I get a character breakfast for Purvis? He's on his way out.
Dude, put me there. I'm telling you right now.
Nothing but furries and Donald Duck walking around providing
I'd love it. I'd love it.
Alzheimer's medication.
Make me happy. So yeah, there have been 6 deaths. Now, I think that I may have implied incorrectly that those were all suicide death. But
I
that is
didn't
not.
think that, but I thought there was one for sure.
There's multiple. So let me take you back to October 14th, which was the first in the series of deaths, and that one we believe probably was a suicide. Damn. This one, and in fact, there's some themes that run through here, but this one was at the Disney's Contemporary Resort. Are you familiar with that resort?
I'm not.
That's the one where the monorail runs through it. It's like the very old, like 50s architecture that they
Oh,
thought
okay.
was like very modern, or what
Yeah,
the
yeah.
future might look like. The monorail runs through it.
It's brightly
Looks like a big-
colored and everything.
No, it's actually very monotone. It's like all gray, and it looks like a kind of like a little pyramid, and the monorail runs right through the middle of it.
Okay. I am
know what
not.
I'm talking
I
about?
don't remember this.
Okay.
I've seen pictures of it because I get a lot of mid-century content. I like the
Yeah.
mid-century aesthetic.
I do too. That's why I like that place. When this is the one that sort of kicked off everyone noticing that people were dying at Disney. because first of all, let me just say, if you're suffering from mental illness, please, don't listen to the rest of this, because there may be some
Triggering.
giggles and some triggering. But the point is, we're not making light of suicide. However, initial reports were that this person was hit by the monorail that runs through. That was the initial report. Although the sheriff's county, or the Orange County Sheriff's Office has said that's not true. That this person did not jump to their death and to get hit in midair by the monorail that was going through. That did not happen. But they did. This was a jump off the building in some way.
Off of the hotel or off of the monorail itself to the ground? Because
we're not sure, but we think probably the hotel.
Do we think the monorail is high enough?
Yeah, it probably could do it. It's pretty high.
At a couple points, but at a couple points, it just looks like it's a few stories up, and that's not guaranteed.
I mean, yeah, I think you could survive. This person did not, so they don't have to worry about that scenario.
All right.
So that was the most recent one. Earlier in October, actually, like 3 of these happened in October, which is weird. The other one was someone at my favorite resort at Disney, the Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, which is sort of like it is what it is. It's a campground, and it's effectively, there are a bunch of cabins, and there's like trails and stuff. It makes you feel like you're in the outdoors. It's pretty cool. But this guy, it was not a suicide, but had some sort of medical episode while walking the trails. So I don't think that one even really counts when we're looking at sort of Disney conspiracy. That's just some guy that died.
Okay, before we dismiss it, though, so are we to believe that he had some sort of ailment occur?
He was in his 60s.
And so he was walking the trails, ailment occurs, and then what? Somebody has to happen upon the body?
But that's possible. That has not been reported, though.
Okay.
They didn't give that level of detail.
Okay.
Later in October, another suicide at the Contemporary Resort.
Boy, what is going on with the Contemporary Resort?
Hey, Jace, is this, correct me on this if I'm wrong, I have this mental image of that Contemporary Resort with the monorail running through it. Is it where like the actual doors to the rooms you can see them from the inside, like you're inside and look up like the Luxor in Vegas used to be, or maybe still is? Is it like that?
Yes.
So when people are jumping, why did I say it like that? When people are jumping,
like Forrest Gump.
Jenny, are they jumping in the inside where everybody walking or milling around can see it happen?
No, I think both of these, although again, it's surprising how little information there is, but I think both of these, there's like a watching area for fireworks that's outside. You can step out. It's like a big balcony.
Okay. Gotcha.
And
do you
I think
realize the amount of information suppression that is going on?
Yeah.
As soon as they realize there's not been 1 but 2 suicides, there's no way that we're going to get any details, because like we already know what the Golden Gate situation is like. Hundreds of people go to the Golden Gate Bridge a year to try and end it. And if that became the one that I can't remember what I was reading. It was one of the tipping points, or one of those, like, we're explaining sociological phenomenon through economic analysis, right? Through advanced data analysis. And they basically tell you that like suicide is contagious, or that's the theory or the point they're trying to throw out, is that suicide
like yawning
is contagious. Yeah. And the way they would explain that is like, if there was like a notable Hollywood death in an area, you would see suicide numbers like spike. If there was like a notable person in the community who committed suicide, you would see suicide spike in the year after in that community. And so if we are to believe that, and we are to believe that Disney is all powerful and all knowing and everything, there's no way they are going to allow one of their resorts or Disney as a whole to be like, hey, come do your suicides here.
No, I agree. That's not good for the brand.
Yeah.
This, and by the way, that first suicide, that was a woman who was in her very early 30s. This more recent one was a guy, a 28-year-old guy.
Damn.
28.
And we're thinking they all just took a jump, or both just took a jump.
Yeah. We had another death in November. This one was at the Pop Century Resort. No foul play suspected, and like we don't think that this one was a suicide, but rather just some sort of medical emergency that happened in the early morning hours, and they were discovered. This one is interesting because the next one is interesting because I think there could be some foul play going on here, and I'm thinking maybe Disney killed this person, but Saratoga Springs, early November, a death that the chief medical examiner said was not under their jurisdiction. So they were not able to do any sort of examination to determine, full cause of death, at least not publicly. And there was no details disclosed about the death. I think we're looking at a cover up on that one on the Saratoga Springs death.
What I think it is it's a third. And dude, once you get to 3, come on.
It's over. Yeah. It's over.
You can't,
you're known as Suicide Town.
Yeah, the floodgates have opened if there was a third confirmed. Come on.
Yeah. And then most recently, and this just happened like a couple weeks ago, a guy. This one is the worst one.
This is the funniest of the 6.
Not funniest, the worst.
The laugh indicated that to me.
I just think that if you're going to go to Disney to kill yourself, you should at least do it at one of the parks. This guy did it at Disney Springs, which is like the mall of Disney. Like it doesn't even require a ticket to get into, and he was in a parking garage when he did it.
What did he do?
I don't think that counts.
I think he blew his brains out. I don't know for sure, but he did.
So we're thinking out of the 6, 66% of them are of the self-inflicted variety.
Yeah. So yeah, four of the 6.
Disney expert, and maybe we need to Googly this real quick or something. At any given time, in the parks, the hotels, the area, at any given time, how many people do we think are at Disney World writ large? Like the whole thing.
You mean like including the parks and the resorts and all that stuff?
Just everything. You got to go through the arches to one of the properties.
Yeah, but they think probably around 170,000 people a day.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
170,000 people a day.
Yeah.
So when you look at it like that there would be 6. Not all that notable, right?
I mean, here's the notable part to me.
I live in Richardson, you live in Garland. I think you add the 2 up, you're probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 300,000 people.
Yes, but again, to Ryland's point, if you're at Disney World, I feel like the odds of wanting to commit suicide go down, right? The likelihood of a suicide is definitely lower inside Disney World than it is anywhere else.
Well, also you're not at home, and you're not at work, and you're not
in the bad place, in the place where all the stress that's probably causing you to be suicidal.
You've also voluntarily traveled there.
Yeah, I was about to say, presumably you have the resource to get there, and if that's the case, most of the time those people are going to be like, "Hey, I got a reason to keep going,"
or at least they're going to wait till they get back home.
Yeah,
I think that there's
When you think about it, though, you're like, "Hey, I got to get one more soaring through the sky round in me, and tonight when I go back, what's your ride? I got to get one more the drag race at Cars in me. What's that one called?
Why are you laughing?
Radiator Springs.
Let's rank the rides that would be the.
That's a good one at Disneyland, dude. We flash past our asses off for that one and walk right.
Which are you saying? Which ride?
all those.
Are you
bullshit
saying which ride would I get on right before I
Yeah,
jump
the
off of the
penultimate
Contemporary
moment,
Resort?
and you're right. Penultimate means like the moment before the moment, right?
People Mover. I love that ride. It's not even like really a ride, but it's just
What's
such
that?
a relax. It's the one in Tomorrowland where you just get on the little monorail thing, and it's the mini monorail, and it just takes you around. It's open air,
I don't
takes
even
you all
think we
around the
did that.
park.
don't
It's
think we
so
did
so relaxing.
My favorite is soaring. I think it's called Soaring Through the Sky.
Yeah,
Where
it's just soaring. Yeah,
Yeah, and you
Is that a
go
leg?
around
Is that
the
a
world.
leg? Is that a leg dangler?
Yeah,
yeah, leg dangler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you're
I've
in
done that
front
one
of
in
like the
California.
Cosm screen.
yeah. It's fun.
It's kind of immersive, and the
It's
way
got
it makes
smells. They pump the smells in there.
and the way it makes you feel like you're flying is
Mhm.
pretty cool.
When the Omni Theater flew me over the Fort Worth Stockyards in 1986, it changed my life.
Yeah, it's good, man. I
was
love
like-
it.
I was like, this is the only thing I want to do for the rest of my life is sit
Yeah.
in front of a dome theater and be made to feel like I'm flying over Fort Worth. That's all I
Yeah.
want.
And they actually do
Even today.
lift you off the ground, so when you look down, you're like, I'm pretty high
Yeah.
up here. And
Obviously, they don't have that at Fort Worth, but yeah, the Disney. We didn't get to do that one last trip for some reason.
oh,
think it
that's
was like-
unacceptable. We're not
Like
leaving.
a 90 minute wait, even with the flash. What's it called? It's not Flash Pass. What's it called, Jace?
Lightning pass.
Fast pass.
Fast
Yeah,
pass.
they call it lightning lanes now, but yeah, fast
Yeah,
pass is
Lightning
the
lane. Yeah.
So for me, that's what it would be. For Jace, it would just be like, hey, I'm just gonna take this fucking slow ass train through the park
yeah,
here.
it's
and
got
then,
it's got
That was pretty
sentimental
weak.
value. That's got sentimental value. If I'm gonna
that where
kill
you
myself, no, of course not. I never went to. That's
Hey Brad, it's because he can wheel his go-kart on there
it does
Yeah,
have a
before-
nice scooter
before-
ramp. It does have a
before
nice
he
scooter ramp.
offs himself. He can just roll right on up there.
I just like it because if you've been walking around all day long and you're getting to the end of the night and you just want to like kind of take stock over what you've done and just sit there with your family and laugh and that's the perfect
get
ride
a
for that.
handful.
What
Podcasting words.
handful of what?
Popcorn. I don't know. What do you eat when you get into a nice relaxed position?
I have a
So anyway, people
runaway
died.
mine train story about a guy getting a handful.
Let's leave it at that.
It's not a good story, but every time I get on the mine train, I think about that.
So go ahead, hit the outro.
And shout out to Disney. Nothing better than the good old family fun you can have at Disneyland and or World. And I've been told it's cheaper to fly all the way to Tokyo and do it now. So there's that.
I don't believe that.
Oh, it's propaganda.
It's great Disney propaganda though.
Jace.
You know how many dopes went out there and booked their Tokyo tickets?
Oh yeah, Disney is like, hey, we understand how this misinformation environment works. We got to get people to get the numbers up at Tokyo. Let's make it seem like a conspiracy that you're getting a better deal.
Yeah.
Guys, I think my propane heater may not be.
The good thing about the podcast is that most of the time you have two people who are like, hey, let's make jokes and be funny. And then you have a third guy who just covers his back porch. Like he's just giving us the up to the minute beat of what's happening on the back porch.
Because I feel like the propane
And it ain't
tank is
nothing
fresh
but
enough
butterfly coverage. Like
that
whatever
it should be
butterfly
this.
flies through on the back porch.
I don't have any suicide jokes, man. I don't like. I'm
he
not,
doesn't he doesn't find it funny. Unlike
no,
you.
there's funny parts of that discussion, but I don't have anything for it. Like
That's the
I'm not.
most crass suicide joke I've ever heard.
But yeah, I
What do
don't
you
know,
think's
man.
happening? I can see the flame in there. What do you think's the problem?
It's just not. It's not. It should be going full blast. Maybe the propane tanks. I feel like that's almost a new propane tank. The reason this is stressing me out is, what do I do with this big giant metal thing when I gotta throw it away?
Oh, as somebody who's had to do it, you got to click the bulk trash pickup app on your city's services, and then they don't have a what do you call it, patio heater section, so you just gotta select like scrap metal material or whatever, and then you put yours out there because they're not working and they haven't worked for 2 years, and the people are gonna come pick it up on Friday. Bulk trash people, right? Wednesday
don't think-
evening, you
you're
got
assuming
two
that-
dudes
you're
just
assuming
rolling
that
back with their
every-
truck, and they just take them.
Yeah,
You're-
you don't have to
you're-
worry about it being gone.
You're assuming that every trash operation in every city works the same, and that's not true.
I think what
As
he's
someone
saying
who's
though is that
negotiated two renewals for those things, I can tell you, it's not the same in every place, and I don't want to have to. Go
it won't
fucking
matter.
figure it out.
You just honestly, you just put it out there and it'll be gone tomorrow.
You think somebody will
Yeah.
scoop it up?
100%.
That's
It's
been
so
my
big,
experience.
though.
Had it where like
the
3
bigger the
weeks in a
better.
row- Had it like 3 weeks in a row where I was putting stuff out for bulk trash pickup, and every Friday they roll by and the area is empty, and they're just looking at me like, "Why does this dude keep requesting this?"
I have
You could just
really
put it
good
on
luck.
Facebook too.
I hate that. I hate doing that. But I have really good luck at putting stuff out there that I think's not going to disappear, and it disappears. So I guess I'll
Next
just have to
time
find
at
out.
the council meeting, just make an announcement. Hey guys, in the back of my truck, I bought a couple patio heaters that aren't working. If anybody wants to take those off my hands, free to you, no delivery.
Yeah,
We'll
go
help you
grab
carry
one.
to your car. Let's go.
Yeah.
Your mom.
Yeah.
Hey, well, remember that time you had a bunch of stuff delivered to your driveway? What was that? I was
Horse
thinking about that the
stuff.
other day.
It was like
Horse
feed.
material, like
Hay.
hay
It
or
was
something.
literally
Rabbit food.
3 giant boxes filled with miniature hay bales
That's
and
right.
a bunch of bags of horse feed and rabbit feed. Yeah.
Human Dad's 256. Brad, Rylan, Jason, tell your mom to listen. Bring the bread. Season your bacon. Mix in a tortilla. Go to Arby's.
Why are you doing that voice, dude?
Hey, y'all already know what it is. Human Dads.
Spread your neck, climb the ladder.
Spread your neck, climb your ladder, let it breathe, keep it tight, put a bow on
Say
it.
season your bacon.
Season your bacon, bitch. And I said, bitch.
And most importantly, tell your mom to listen.
On the podcast.
In stream, Jace.
Maybe the propane tank's just getting low.
Yeah, well, you're saying you didn't think to check that first before you reported to the show that the damn heater is broke?
I'm saying I feel like I've replaced it recently enough that it should not be this low. But I could have lost track of how much it's been used recently.
No way.
doesn't have a
Rylan
meter.
forgot something.
I just got a lot on my mind. I got a lot of responsibility, man. I got to make clam chowder on Monday. I had a whole list of ingredients in my head.
Hey, how you like them apples?
I ended it. You were